Welcome back to Van Blam, and welcome back to 2-Minute Test Rides, where I get just a little bit of seat time and have just a little bit to say about it. No spec sheets, no waxing poetic, just my real-world observations from a quick test ride out on the road. Indian Motorcycle do the best demo days, trusting prospective buyers with an unguided joyride on any of the models in their truck. They really want you to get to know the bike before making a purchasing decision.
Hey, how's it going?
On this Indian Motorcycle Demo Day, hosted at Motorcycles of Dulles, I tried out the Super Scout, the Scout 101, and the Chief Bobber Dark Horse. Last time, we talked about the Super Scout, which among the Scout family has the most creature comforts and touring chops. This video is my takeaways from the 101 Scout, which is the Scout that gets all the performance features they could throw at it. I hate to start out on a negative note, but just like the Super Scout, the 101 Scout is afflicted by a cancer known as ride command. Unfortunately, this touchscreen dash is the only option available on the 101 Scout, so I have no choice but to just ignore all the bloatware and accept that I'm stuck with this screen instead of a proper set of analog gauges. Moving past that, we set off and I can immediately tell that this Scout is the sporty one.
Oh, I am positioned much more forward on this. These aren't quite the drag bars of the Scout Bobber, but these are much more forward than the Super Scout. He called these 6-inch risers, I think.
In addition to those ergos, the 101 Scout is also sharpened by its adjustable inverted front forks and adjustable rear shocks, and by its great big dual-disc radial mount Brembos up front. No fat-spoked wheels on the 101. This guy gets cast rims with a narrow 19-inch front. I don't think Indian Motorcycle tried very hard with the stock exhaust note, which is totally fine because they know everybody's just going to replace the stock pipes anyway. Relative to most other Scouts, the 101 Scout also gets a horsepower bump up to 111.
And here we go.
While you do still need a lot of time and space to reach up into that peak power, the low and mid-range are much more usable now. One of the Indian Motorcycle reps running this demo day said the 101's power bump fattened up the entire rev range, not just the very top end.
Yeah, 2,000 RPM is all you need to get going.
It just makes this bike that much more satisfying to ride. Accelerating on it just makes you say hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This is a proper sport cruiser.
I think this state of tune should be on all the Scout models, not just the sportiest ones. When it comes to long-distance riding, the 101 Scout, despite its emphasis on performance, has the same long gearing as the Super Scout. This bike not only feels like it belongs on the mountain roads, it also doesn't ask anything of you when munching freeway miles on your way there. For me personally, I can't hope for much more than that on a road bike that's going to be used primarily for fun. Nothing I did on this test ride put the 101 Scout's cornering ability to the test, but I did find that on these more premium suspension components, adjusted as they were, the ride was actually more compliant, not stiffer.
That bump should have been a lot more uncomfortable. This suspension is definitely making a difference.
As of this recording, the 2025 101 Scout is available at Motorcycles of Dulles for $16,000 US. For me personally, it would be tough to pick that over a Triumph Speedmaster for $1,000 less, even though the 101 is arguably sportier. I could see someone gravitating towards the 101 Scout if they like American cruisers, but their riding buddies are all on nakeds and sport bikes. As for whether I'd take this over the Super Scout that I rode right beforehand, I just can't say no to the looks of the Super Scout. I think I'd get that bike and just try to fatten up the power band through tuning and mods. Now, let me know what you think. How do you rate the 101 Scout relative to other Scouts or other cruisers? Leave a comment below. Next time, we'll be going old school with the Chief Bobber Dark Horse. Until then, ride safe, and thanks for watching.